volunteer assistance is still welcome, and you can talk to me about that. And I'm going to invite Marie-Alexis and Stéphanie up to do, you come up first, and then we're going to do a presentation on your trip to Calgary. There is a little clicker for the slides. Do you want it, or shall? Okay, great. Okay, alors, we're going to start with a certain sound. So, please tell us what that sound is announcing.
The Jubilee. So you may remember back in June, from the 12th to the 15th, both Steph and myself, we went to Calgary for the G7 Jubilee People's Forum. And today, a few months later, we would like to share our experience with you. So at the forum, we joined about 100 pilgrims and activists from Canada and around the world. Over 4 days, together, we learned, reflected, and prayed and acted together in the spirit of solidarity and justice. The goal was to get the voices of the people out and call on G7 leaders to cancel unjust debt, address ecological debt, and commit to a more equitable future. So we both had a great time. We learned a lot. We met wonderful people, and we enjoyed marching the streets of Calgary and amplifying the voice of the Jubilee campaign, Turn Debt into Hope. And we came back pretty energized and speechless. Our contribution to this event was supported, as you may remember, by the World Fund. So a big thank you to the World Fund committee, our church council, and the Justice Committee, who made this possible.
So before just telling you a little bit more about what we've done in Calgary, we want to just start with a little reminder about the Jubilee and the campaign. So it's been a practice for millennia. It has very deep roots in faith traditions. And it's a very special year. It was proclaimed every 50 years in the past, and nowadays it's every 25 years. And it's a time when people are called to reestablish a relationship with God, with one another, with all creation, and with earth. So the scriptures from the Old and the New Testaments include themes of canceling debt, like releasing slaves, caring for people and the land, and ending poverty and inequality. So nowadays it has a different look that it had back then, and this year the vision is to continue the movement that started with the Jubilee 2000 and go beyond. So Jubilee 2000 was about canceling unjust debt. And this campaign, this year, it's a call to do it again, because we are back to we are back like higher up compared to the numbers we were in 2000. So on top of canceling unjust debt and unsustainable debts, we are asking for the global financial reform, and also finding a way to have a debt resolution framework where people can sit around the table and see how they can get a way out of their situation. So this is what Jubilee and the campaign is about.
So let's talk about the forum itself now. The forum started on Thursday evening with, as you can see on the pictures, we had an interfaith service that brought together voices from Indigenous, Christian, Jewish, Muslim, Hindu, Buddhist, Baha'i, Sikh, and Unitarian traditions. And that was one of the favorite times of most participants, for us for sure. Over the next 2 days, we all engaged through plenary sessions, workshops, and discussions over meals on the themes of financial and ecological debt, climate justice, indigenous rights, and global solidarity. And we would like to share with you some of the highlights of those 2 days. We first had Cardinal Pedro Barreto from Peru. He shared his experience supporting Peruvian communities facing health and ecological crises caused by mining companies from the global north. And he was also advocating for the protection of the Amazon. Salome Owanda from Kenya spoke about the devastating toll to her country's debt crisis, which is leaving little for education, healthcare, and food security. We also had Tarek Al-Zubi of Wayam from West Bank, Palestine, and he spoke about the need to rebalance the world so that neither people nor the earth are exploited.
So on Saturday afternoon, it was a time for us to reconnect with the land and be on the land. So we gathered the Stony Nakota Medicine Wheel. It is an indigenous traditional site not far from Kananaskis, very, very close. And the Reverend Tony Snow, accompanied by elders, led a prayer. So we spent sometimes there listening to and be with elders, listening about stories that happen on that land. And then on Saturday, before going to the march, we all went to different churches. So the goal was to spread out the knowledge that we had a chance to grow over the past 2 days. And we joined the services, we talked about the campaign, Turn That Into Hope, and we collected signatures for the petition. And then finally, early in the afternoon, we joined many groups that were in downtown Calgary, and we marched the streets of Calgary with hope to get the message out to the G7 leaders as they were actually landing in Calgary for the G7 summit. So that was, and this work that we've done, so there was many groups other than the Jubilee group, but our voices, we had the chance to have like media around, and this was in support of the recommendation for the G7 leaders that were developed by Kairos and their partners in the lead up of the meeting.
And you may recall, but back in June, we had collected 36,400 signatures, but we're not done. Kairos and their partners decided to continue advocating for debt cancellation and ecological justice, promoting the Turn Debt Into Hope campaign throughout 2025 Jubilee year, but also beyond, with the hope to see actions and change happening. So this fall, they launched a rally called 100K Mission Possible, with the goal to collect 100,000 signatures to keep supporting their advocacy work. So the next opportunities to be heard are coming up. Like in October, we just had the World Bank Group IMF annual meetings. In November, there will be the United Nations Climate Change Conference, the COP30, and the G20 Forum.
So now we are hoping that we can help out from Whitehorse. So we are thinking and planning a few actions. We are planning to reach out to other churches. We are planning to spread out the word at the Global Village Craft Fair. And we are hoping to relay Kairos messages on social media and invite people who are connected to our network to join the forces and sign the petition. If you haven't signed the petition, we invite you to consider doing it. Sometimes we feel very, very powerless in front of these big challenges. But we have a voice, and if each of us bring their voices together and bring them to our MLAs or MPs, there's a higher chance that actions can be seen and things can change. So it's hard sometimes to see this. We feel very small, but you can still do something. So there will be a paper version at the back of the church that you can sign. There's also a QR code on the wall that you can scan and to sign the petition. And feel free to just look online for Kairos website. They have tons of interesting information about that crisis, why we are in this crisis, and what we can do to get out. And if you want to help us, feel free to invite people to sign the petition. If you go to a social justice meeting, if you're involved in a group, feel free to spread the word. Thank you very much.